Hey boys, we live, man. We got a couple shindigs on. How you doing?
Crazy.
The middle one.
It was 72
Power of the sun.
basketball.
Flashbang.
The power of the sun.
Oh.
Nah, that's too bright. I ain't gonna care.
Paparazzi out tonight.
That's good.
I couldn't. Huh?
Paparazzi out tonight.
Your brights are out tonight?
Paparazzi.
Oh.
The gooders.
This man on live, he's still talking about going.
Oh. Hey.
You know he beating.
Oh.
Hey, bro. Dude, it's stupid.
That's funny.
Show me what. Let me know what's on it, and then I'm gonna do an audio check, and then you gotta do the audio check, and then I'm gonna put it back in, and then we're gonna start.
Dang, I really should have, I should have started it.
It's one audio check.
Let me hold that real
He's checking what's on it, and then I'll do the audio check, and then he checks the audio check.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta do the audio check, and then I gotta check the audio check.
So you gotta check the audio check
No,
for
you
check
check the
audio.
check.
So you gotta
I
check
do
audio.
the audio check, and you check the audio check.
But it's like you check the audio for the check.
No, you're checking the audio. I don't check the audio.
I'm playing, bro.
Check.
Check.
Check. Alright, got it. You ain't recorded.
It's
It's empty.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, good check.
That's the pre one.
Okay, now I'm gonna do the audio so you can check the audio.
So you can audio check.
Right. What you have for breakfast?
Nothing.
Hey, bro.
Honey bun. Say honey bun one more time.
Hey, buddy.
Alright.
None.
Smooth.
What you have for breakfast?
None. Oh yeah, I had work at 10. Hell no, I had water. Hell no.
He water fasting. I love it.
I'll be drinking water all day, then I get home, be hungry to the bitch.
Damn.
I need to drink more water. I ain't gonna
What you have for breakfast?
lie. Might start getting me.
Nothing.
Hey, buddy.
Honey bun. Say honey bun one more time.
Hey, buddy.
Alright.
None.
Oh yeah, we good.
We straight.
Oh yeah, that mug, we super straight. We good.
Y'all ready? You ready? I'm locked in.
Yeah.
You ready for more? Ready for action? Oh.
Yeah, we good.
We got any viewers?
Nah, not yet.
Did you perfect?
I ain't got a chance, so I was fixing up the stream. Low key, I be wanting to give me like a little stream over there. What do you think? We need to move the camera over some more?
I just need to put it on.
I was about this one. Like, when I'm on, or it's smooth like this.
It's smooth.
Alright, bro.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I didn't want to go to the Rice page. I want to go to CDS podcast page.
Oh, man.
Oh, I want to. CDS podcast.
Why it wasn't even open?
I know my cousin, he a Eagles fan. I know he heated. She actually went to the game.
Like, what are you looking at on this stuff? Like, it's impossible to tell me that this was remotely open.
just hit the check. He don't just hit garbage. So his teammates have.
I need to, is it bad caption?
Exactly.
Yeah, tag us.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Alright, ready?
Sure, we uploaded to our story right now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
So we're sure to get canceled for that one.
Hey! Hey, bro.
What an intro.
Jeez.
Philadelphia Eagles, #1.
That's an issue. Ain't my number one. You know how passionate they are about that boy hurt.
It hurts.
True, trust me. I've been trying to tell them for the longest, but it's okay. Cause their time has come.
And we all got something to be proud of.
And make sure you put that in the Twitter.
My Texans won.
Make sure you in the Twitter communities. That's the time to really tap in, though.
My Texans won. His Titans won. Amari, Victory Monday. And Jesse hate watching the Chiefs.
I'm so sick. The discount don't hit, but everything else does.
Alright, bet. Let's get into it.
You already did the Twitter crowd.
I'm about to do it right now. Share. There you go. I was doing it like that. It's there. There you go. We good. Post was sent. Cool.
Let's go birds, fly, eagles fly. I thought we had it. Very good to show you who's the better team.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Hey, good, man. Let's do it.
no card and camera.
Oh, so real.
Look at that. Now you good. We got one viewer in the chat. What's good with it? Whew.
We're done.
Man,
What it do? What it do? Let's talk.
that was crazy. I ain't gonna put that in the crowd, though. Like to say that, like, a game that sloppy ends up like that is like insane to me. Like,
That's how it always is. Right? Somebody makes a mistake that overlaps another team's mistake.
I mean, I think we can all sit here and say that me personally, I don't think either of these teams are contenders. I think both teams could be scrappy first round games, make the first round a little challenging, but do I see fear? Do they put fear in any of the top of NFC or AFC opponents? No. I probably pick the field over both teams, quite honestly. I mean, shoot. I'm just telling you now, bro. Your starting receiver, wide receiver one gets 20. He can't get 26 yards. Like, and I know I'm speaking from betting purposes, but like in all serious note, like if Nico Collins had a game like that, criticism is coming. If Jamar Chase had a game like that, if Justin Jefferson, like if these level of guys have these type of games, you get crucified. That's just wide receiver. Like, if you're a wide receiver one in this league, you got to take care of your business. So there's no way that Lab or Conkey get held for one catch for 12 yards as a wide receiver one, despite a win, because it looked sloppy. Like, I don't know. It was very disappointing. That was disgraceful.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, Eagles, they remind me of what was the year after they went to their first Super Bowl when they started off 10-0 or 10-1, and then they lost like 6 in a row. This is exactly what's happening to them. Like, now they're in a position where the division is still up for grabs despite Dallas losing, and if they don't get their act together, then it might be Dallas' division to take.
Yes, we live. Okay.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, starting whenever you're ready.
Oh, sure. All right, but you ready? Oh, shoot. Yo! Hey, man, welcome back to another episode of Chess to Stats Podcast, episode 81. I'm your host, T. Kyle. Here to the left, we got my co-host, Big Verse. Here to the right, we got my other co-host, man, the Chargers, man, of course. They just took the dub, Sam, man. And behind, you already know, we got the hostess of all hostess, Big Jess. Boy's birthday was 2 days ago, so make sure if you in the chat, make sure you watch the video. Y'all spam up happy belated birthday to my boy Big Jess, turning big 2-5.
Yes, sir.
But without further ado, man, it took all the way until about 10:40 for the game to be decided. But Los Angeles Chargers pull out the unthinkable dub, 22-19 over the Philadelphia Eagles, man. For starters, Sam, man, I need to ask you, how do you feel? How do you feel about your team? Where do you rate this performance from not only Herbert, but the rest of your team, and your realistic expectation for your squad moving forward?
Yeah, this was a scrappy game. Glad we came out with the dub for sure. Defense balled out. I like that phrase. Defense balled out. Secondary, I mean, we had some mishaps back there, but I think overall defense played pretty well. You had Dante Jackson out there covering up AJ Brown and making plays. You had Cam Hardy had some plays as well. Tariq Steele had some great plays. You got Tony Jefferson with the game-winning pick, and you had RJ Minkins with the almost pick. And D-line, they look a little better. They're getting back to the quarterback pretty often, but it's just all about just capitalizing on those big plays, preventing those big plays from happening. And we had a lot of big plays that happened that they missed. But offense, it's just sloppy. Like, the game was sloppy in general. Like, to be honest, I rate that game. You said rate the game?
Yeah.
That game was like a 6, maybe like a 5. Honestly, like it really wasn't like defensively. If you're a defensive player, you love that type of stuff. I was both offensive and defensive, so I like it. I like the defensive side, but offensively, I like to see some flash. And I know we're talking about the Chargers here. We're talking about the Eagles, who's had a not struggling offense, but a standstill offense in a sense. So, yeah, I rate that game like a 5. But back to the Chargers, man. Offensively, I mean, if we don't draft high quality O lineman this year, interior O lineman this year, hey, same thing gonna happen next year. We're gonna be struggling with Bradley Bozeman, Trey Pipkins, and Mekhi Becton. Like, we have to sign some guys. Like, I think that this game, even though we came out with the dub somehow, like, it exposed the interior D line. I seen that a lot tonight. Bradley Bozeman missing blocks. I mean, you're letting Jalen Phillips run right through the middle, pop Herbert in his mouth. Zach Bond having a game. You got, who else was the old boy? The other linebacker bomb.
Jacoby Dean.
Dean, you got Dean back there making plays. Shout out to Dean, he a baller. And it's just making it hard for Herbert to, I guess make a play in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So all that pressure and everything, the line closing in on him, the pocket closing in on him. Also the receivers, man, we gotta get open. Like, we gotta make plays. Lad, you are wide receiver 1. You only had 1 catch for 12. Like, I know Cooper DeJean is like that, but come on, bro. You wide receiver 1. You was a top 100 player last season. Come on, bro. Like, we expect more from you. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you can kind of look at the scheme of the offense. Greg Roman is not I don't think he's the play caller for us, honestly. Like, he has his moments where he is good, and then he has a lot of moments where he's terrible, you know what I mean? So, we've had only, like, week 1 through 3, he looked pretty good, and you can say that injuries played a part in that, and that's true, but you gotta be creative. I don't think that stops, guys like Sean McVay or Kyle Shanahan, those type of guys. Like, they still come up with ways with their backup roster to make something happen. I think Greg Roman has to do that. But we'll give credit to them for putting guys in the spots that we were, hurt the most. Like O-line, for instance. Like, yes, we still one of the worst in the league, but it looks a little bit better. You know what I mean? But overall, though, man, pretty solid. I get a scrappy win, a solid win by the Chargers. You know what I mean? Happy about that. Glad we 9-4, but I don't see us going too far in the playoffs. So I'll be honest. Yes, I'm a Chargers fan, but I don't see us going too far in the playoffs, to be real. I think maybe we can make it out the first round. Call me crazy, yeah. Maybe we can make it out the first round, but that O-line, like the interior, to be specific, nah. That's dog food. That's cake. Like, like it's bad, man. It's bad, and it's gonna continue to get Herbert hit, and he could be out. You know what I mean? So, but I guess I can say I'm proud of the guys for that dub. So yeah, what y'all think about the game?
Philly trash. Philly trash. Y'all trash. Honestly, watching that game, I don't believe anybody deserved to win. I mean, it was just a sloppy game from start to finish from both quarterbacks. I mean, even though Herbert did have surgery, you can make excuses for days for some of these guys out there. But at the end of the day, if you're on the field, hey, it's no excuses out there. So Herbert and those fumbles, Hurts and those picks. I mean, I just don't. It was an awful display. But at the end of the day, Herbert somehow, shockingly, he was the better runner out of the two tonight, and that may have just decided the game. Quite honestly, Hurts 2 rushes for 4 yards. Herbert 66 rush yards. That's the whole difference in the game. On the third downs, when your receivers are plastered by them DBs, you got to go make a play. You got to go be that guy. Yeah. And unfortunately, I mean, Hurts showed you. He didn't throw not 1, not 2, not 3. He threw 4 interceptions. 4 interceptions and a game-losing interception in overtime. That was forced.
Philly, man.
I mean, my Philly fans, I mean, now please, it's the time to attack me because y'all talk so big and bad whenever y'all love, but the moment stuff it don't go your way, all of a sudden now you quiet, and then we going back to Super Bowl runs a year ago. Like, we in 2025, baby. Hey, come talk to me. Got everybody wanted to come on the pod because they had a lot to say.
On me.
Hey, we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a 21. We got a 21 for 40, 240 passing yards, 0 tuds, 4 INTs. Almighty Jalen Hurts, right? Top 10 quarterback Jalen Hurts, right? Super Bowl MVP Jalen. Hey, that was a real Super Bowl MVP performance tonight, baby. I mean, that was just piss poor. Like, he missed throw after throw after throw. Late on reads. I mean, just not comfortable making any type of throw if it's not wide open in the middle of the field. Like, it was a glaring weakness in their game that it's easy to neutralize Philly when you can just stop Saquon and force Jalen Hurts to be a quarterback, not a running back, a quarterback. And whenever you put the ball in one's hands, it's a lot of inaccurate throws. His best trait is running out of the pocket and just being an extender of a play on the move. Him in the pocket, man, that's great. That's a win-win. Yeah. And especially playing quarterback, bro. Players in the NFL that has to fear legs over an arm, that just shows how. I just want to get you.
Google.
Because I was listening 3 hours, bro. We sat here for 3 hours and I didn't hit my parlay and the game was bad. Like, come on, bro. Like, Jesse, Charles, we really wasted our time on that.
I did tell y'all though, don't bet on that game.
Oh, I listen.
But I was a 4 for 5 though. Like, it's right there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't think either team should feel confident moving forward. Philly been falling apart with 3 consecutive losses in a row.
Chargers. We hang on by the thread, honestly.
Y'all in a game with Philadelphia, and they tried every which way to give y'all the game.
Yep.
And I mean, it's fortunate that y'all was even able to pull it out the way that y'all did. I mean, down three to these guys, 3 interceptions at the time. Jalen Hurts, like Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts, 3 interceptions before the fourth and overtime. Like,
It's crazy.
y'all should no.
And it's I agree with you, bro. Like I'm gonna give credit to Herb though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give credit to Herb only because
He's
broke
thugged
in
it out.
situation. Yeah, he thugged out. So he showed his toughness and everything like that. And as a quarterback, you gotta do things like that. You gotta take command, as my boy Charles said. So like him getting them rushing yards, getting them first downs, that really helped us. He missed a lot of those as well. And I understand that your offense gotta hold the ball, tight. And he had a lot of turnovers and everything like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna give him I'll give him some props. I'll give him some props on that. Shout out to Maureen Hampton and that boy Kamani Vidal. They did pretty good as well. They had some good runs out there. They helped. But we gotta find a way to get the ball out to Lad, Keenan, and QJ more, and Gaston as well. We got some weapons, but it's crazy. Like last year we ain't had the receivers. Now we ain't got the O line. It's insane. Like
You're gonna always fix something in the NFL. There's always gonna be something you're gonna have
it's
to
always
mask
gonna be a
up,
weakness.
something. But even with that being said, I was impressed by what I seen from the Chargers. I'm not gonna sit up and act like it was a perfect game
It wasn't.
by any means of the stretch, but that defense showed me something. Even though we all look at Jalen Hurts for who he is, I mean, they still had to force 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
They still had to force 4 picks and convert on those, and force a fumble. It's the first time in my life I've seen a game where 3 turnovers happened in the same play. Never in my life have I seen that. This was the sloppiest game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I played D3 football.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm just keeping it a beam, but at the same time, like, Herbert showed me a lot. Amari Hampton first game off of injury. I mean, that's running back 1 for y'all for sure. But Vidal's not a bad option whatsoever because he showed me something as well.
That's gonna be 2 right there.
Third down Keenan made some huge plays. When the passing game wasn't available, y'all leaned heavily in y'all running attack, and that read option was killing Philly the whole time. Since they were being so aggressive by sending Barn and Dean and every once in a while the safety on the blitz, he was just waiting for that defensive end to be undisciplined and crash, and y'all just took that to the outside. That's what got y'all in the field goal range. And the first play of overtime, that's what got y'all into the scoring range to kick the game winner.
Yeah.
And even when y'all bent, y'all didn't break. The defense held their own, and surprisingly, y'all are still within striking distance of the Broncos. And if you sweep them, now it's a whole different ballgame. And we have to show nothing but respect.
Yeah.
I'll give you your props too, because you're the only person up here that said the Chargers were going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I'll give you your flowers. It seems like that's a likely occurrence, especially with what happened on Sunday night.
I want to ask you, so what did you see from Herbert tonight? Like, what is something that I guess impressed you? You say you seen things from Herbert, so I was thinking like, okay, let me ask him.
Well, see, for as athletic as he is, he hardly ever uses his rushing ability. But because his O-line is so porous, and because he's not going to be throwing the ball as efficiently with that surgery repaired hand, it's kind of necessary for him to have to move around and evade in that pocket. And for him to be as decisive as he was, even with the 7 sacks, he wasn't scared to scramble. He ain't have happy feet. He was just trying to step up into open lanes. And Philly's defensive line was good enough to crash, but even then, he took advantage of those opportunities. So that's good on his part for sure.
Well, I was gonna say, T, what are some positive things that you've seen tonight from the Chargers? Like, what are some things? I know it's minimum, but what did you see?
I mean, I have a relatively good defense. I mean, outside that one big rush from Saquon, I really held him to check for the most part. I mean, Living Hurts to 4 yards. I mean, that's always a win. But, I mean, I can't really even tell you truthfully. Like, it's little wins. Like, I mean, y'all have a good defense, but we knew that already. Your offense, I mean, that's a tremendous concern that you're gonna have to worry about going forward, especially going up against some of the level of defenses, if not better offenses in the AFC.
Most definitely.
I mean, you got the New England, you got I know that we under y'all, but the Texans, we the hottest. I feel like we the hottest team in the AFC right now. I mean, the way that we're playing.
Right.
Buffalo, with their offensive firepower, with Josh Allen by himself, I mean, yeah, it's kind of good that you got the win against the Super Bowl champs, of course, but that ain't the same team from last year as it is this year. So I mean,
That's crazy. That's how it is with both of the Super Bowl champs.
literally, so beating them don't have the same level of
Champs.
like mystique to it. Like I used to like beating the Chiefs when they were really good meant something. Like beating them now is just like.
We did what we supposed to.
Yeah, we never felt like that. So like even y'all winning, it don't feel like it was just some humongous upset. It was just like, oh y'all be feeling like, shit, who next? Like,
And it's crazy because y'all were the underdogs too, but y'all didn't play like it like whatsoever. Like y'all weren't scared in the moment. Y'all got to overtime and y'all executed on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Y'all moved down methodically, and even though y'all settled for 3, it was an efficient drive. I'm not gonna sit here and fake it.
I mean, shit with the offense that dysfunctional, man. I mean, it was only a matter of time before the losses piled up.
Facts.
Yeah, you can't lose a game when you force 5 turnovers.
Can't.
You can't.
Nobody in the chat. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
right now.
Alright, start up with the warm-up questions. You guys are familiar with like the standings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which NFL team that's sitting close to 500 is most likely to go on the late season playoff run?
A late season playoff run.
Pushing close to 500. I'd probably give it to Carolina. Carolina NFC right now. I think if the playoffs started today, they would be
They will be
the
on.
9th seed.
Yeah,
They're still under some people, but
they don't have to worry about nobody other than the Bucks because as long as they win their division, they in. And I don't think they played them yet.
and I think that could be the most dangerous team in the league too. Cause when Bryce Young is on, I ain't gonna lie, it's like he either Tom Brady or he Johnny Manziel. It's one or the other. He either really good or he really bad. So it's like their defense is already good. They have a really good defense, but Bryce Young, when he's on, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he beat the Rams, and that's Matthew Stafford, MVP Matthew Stafford. That was 30-2 at a certain point.
Yeah.
So, if I had to say anybody that was pushing close to 500, I would probably give it to them.
Y'all gonna hate me for this one.
Why do I got a feeling who you about to say?
Who?
The boys out there in Dallas.
Think higher
Shit.
up north.
Broncos.
They not pushing 500.
I ain't talking about Chiefs.
They not under.
I ain't
either.
up north.
I say the Steelers.
How that? Yeah.
The offense is not exciting.
Bless.
The offense not exciting, but they do what they need to do to make sure that they get what needs to be done taken care of. And winning in Baltimore, granted for however controversial of a game that was, like you have a head-to-head over them. You have them boys up in Heinz Field later on in the year. You take care of business, and with how terrible that division is, 9 wins can get you in, and they're 2 games away from that because it seems like all the top dogs are imploding, and Baltimore is one of them. But also too, the defense hasn't played to the level of expectation that we thought it would. So they're kind of in the same situation of the Texans, where it's like if the defense finds a way to get back to that level.
He went live. If you watched the last episode, he say everybody used that word. Oh man.
But nah,
Jalen Kirk.
that's Uno. But nah, that if that defense finds a way to get to play to the level that is monetarily valued at, then the Steelers, they could make some. I'm not saying they could make some noise, but hey, they could do something. They could spoil a lot of people's playoff hopes.
A team that's right at 500.
No one's at 500 except for the Cowboys, but anybody within that realm.
That's close.
That's close.
I was gonna say Detroit, but that feels like a cop out.
Yeah.
Man, that's right at it. It's only
It's a few of them.
Carolina is at 538.
Go ahead, say Miami.
As much as
Tampa?
huh?
Tampa?
They real.
They at 538.
Yeah, they
They
kept
real
finally.
38. Cause I was gonna say Dallas, cause Dallas right at 500.
Go ahead, stand on it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and say Dallas. Even though that they have their problems defensively, I think offensively, like they make a lot of plays. Dak is playing some good ball. Got George Pickett's out there looking pretty good as well. TD, he's there at times, you know what I mean? But it's a pretty solid team, and they got a pretty solid schedule. Well, they got a pretty easy schedule other than us, like coming up. So I feel like Dallas, they could possibly be in that hunt too. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, the Dolphins,
I was just looking at the schedule.
they got the Bengals, Buccaneers, and the Patriots.
They play nothing but desperate teams.
If
That's gonna be interesting. But the fact, wasn't the Dolphins like 2-7 at one point?
Yeah, probably.
The fact that they even are still alive is like, you kind of have to give McDaniel another year off of that alone.
Trust me, shoot, man. They're gonna be a high commodity.
He gonna be on the hot seat, but he gonna keep his seat.
No, I'm talking about he gonna be a high commodity. They let him go.
nah,
He
facts.
turned that boo boo around.
A-Chain, for the record, probably be in conversation for Offensive Player of the Year.
After about 6 weeks of NBA games, is there an NBA star who's shown the biggest leap in their game? And what do you think they've improved?
Jalen Johnson. Really just an all around game. For starters, he's gonna be a first time All-Star. On top of that, if he keep up this level of play, he's gonna at least make third team All NBA. I mean, that's a guy right there that, I mean, before he got hurt for the end of the season last year, he had really shown flashes with Trae Young. But now since Trae Young has left, now Jalen Johnson gets more of the onus on offense. It runs through him, and he's running that point forward. So instead of him maybe averaging a cool 18 with 8 rebounds, now he's giving you 24, 12 rebounds, 8 to 9 assists per night, a couple steals and blocks. I mean, he's more active, his usage is going up tremendously, and obviously the team benefited from it, going through somebody with that level of size, playmaking, and efficiency as well. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's 50, 40, 90, but I mean, if you go check his shot charts, he's pretty close to 50% on a night in, night out basis, and that team is like well built. If you like slowly but surely been paying attention to the Atlanta Hawks, I mean, without Trae Young, they have size. They don't have any limitations on defense now. You got Dyson Daniels, which was obviously a first team all defensive player. Then he went deploy. If I'm not mistaken, like you have the deploy on your team.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps forgetting about Zach Ricochet, the first overall pick. Like, yeah, he's not a bad player at all. And the Congo, I mean, sure, he's a underrated, really good center with Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
I told y'all that.
So, I mean, just that makeup of that team, Jalen Johnson is like the missing piece, or not the missing piece, but they were missing a actual number one to take that team to places that they haven't been in a very long time, and now they finally had that. So Jalen Johnson is by far the most breakable. He's an all-star. He finna get paid whenever his next time is up for sure. But he's shown why he deserves to be an all-star this year.
He probably already is a star, but I can't ignore the leap. Tyrese Maxey. 5 point per game increase when you finished last year at 26 per game. That's incredible. Granted, small sample size. They've played less than 30 games to begin the year, but like we thought that Phil was pretty much going to be in a dire situation of like, hey, they're not going to be competitive, especially with Joel Embiid coming off of the injury that he had, and we all know that it's sketchy whenever Paul George is on the basketball court in terms of his level of health. But just seeing his level of growth on that offensive side of the ball, his maturization of how to run an offense and how to just basically say, you know what, this is my team, my moment. The guy that's supposed to be the king of this moment is not going to be in position. It's my turn to kind of show up for Philadelphia. And for him to do it at this level, it's honestly incredible. The fact that they're, like, the season at the end of the day, they'd be 7th seed in the play-in, 1 game away from the 6th seed. It's incredible. I'm not going to lie, because Maxey, he been hooping. Did he make an All-NBA team last year?
No, I don't believe so.
This will be his first time if he keep this up. Because you can't ignore over 31 a game. You can't.
Third in the league. I gotta say Tyrese Maxey as well. He's been balling, averaging 31.5 points. He's third right now in the league in scoring. 31.5, man. He's made a tremendous improvement, and man, he's basically like that number one option on the team. Now he is, honestly. He's taken a huge leap, even without Will Embiid being there all the time, and PG taking a step back. Tyrese Maxey done really got better and showed why Philly should have grabbed him and everything. So, yeah.
Which underperforming NFL offense is one coaching change or a scheme adjustment away from being top 10?
That's a good question, bro.
Ravens?
No.
I think so.
Mhm.
I think so.
Everybody thinks Harbaugh should be
You
fired.
said offensive
It's-
scheme?
Either offensive scheme or a coaching change is all they need to be a top 10 team.
Ravens is, like I said, they're in an identity crisis. I called it months ago, bro. Like, they had over 200 yards rushing against the Steelers with all that big name talent that they have. Even though they're not playing a great season as a unit, there's still a bunch of great players individually on that team. And you have over 200 plus yards on the ground. This is the first time we've seen Lamar use his legs in God knows how long since he came from his injury. There's no way in hell you lose that game. The fact that you guys were ranked to start the year as having the best roster in the NFL and PFF, and you ended up in a position to be seen as one of the best teams of all time to never win the championship during this run since Lamar's been on the heater with all these MVPs, and you're underperforming to where this is your record.
Bro.
Man, it's crazy, yo. Because it's like we sit up here and think about the Chiefs as the most underperforming team in the NFL just because they got a big brand in Mahomes and Andy Reid and Kelsey and Chris Jones. Don't let that distract you from the real biggest disappointment in the NFL in Baltimore, because that offensive side of the ball is legitimately awful. Lamar's been playing terrible. Derrick Henry's being utilized extremely well in one week and underutilized the next. The receiving game is crazy awful. It's pretty much tight end or bust, and the offensive line, we already know what they're saying about 77. They treat them like terrorists. They treat them the same way we treated Tulsa. So you just need a retool, and that retool might just have to start at coach.
I guess for me, I would go Las Vegas Raiders. That's a team that obviously we came in here with. I mean, I know not everybody came with the highest expectation for the Las Vegas Raiders, but I know at least for us, we thought they were going to be competitive within that last wild card spot. Bringing in Geno Smith, adding another year Jacoby Myers with Brock Bowers, adding Genty to that mix, and a couple of rookies out of that class with the players on defense that we know, obviously Max Crosby. Before Christian Wilkins and his little weirdo stuff he had going on, but
That D-line pretty solid.
they was expected to be relatively decent and compete, but like I'm assuming the Pete Carroll regimen with Geno, the connection doesn't work in Vegas like it did in Seattle. Geno Smith, he's a turnover machine. It's I think it was a mixture of play calling and the QB play. It was extremely disappointing this year. Geno Smith has regressed tremendously, and obviously he's probably one bad season away from being in Davis Mills territory as one of the best backups in the league. Marcus Mariota's, he's getting closer to that because obviously the younger the quarterbacks are that's coming out that's highly drafted and highly thought of, all they do is look around the league. Who's low hanging fruit? Who's guys that not already making max money where we can bench him easily without the drama and the chaos?
Yeah.
I think Geno's making 45. Maybe that. I'm gonna have to look up his contract, but that's an easy contract to bench.
It's 2 years, and that 1 year gets real nice to try to get rid of.
Exactly. So I'm like, it's no problem with benching Geno Smith and No, you don't have nothing to worry about. So, I mean, I would say the Vegas Raiders have been the most disappointing team. And if they had a coaching change, because I think a coaching change will be able to unlock using their top weapons on a week in, week out basis. There's no way Brock Bowers isn't eating this year. He ate with Aiden O'Connell. How you eat with Aiden O'Connell but you don't eat with Geno Smith? Like, let's be serious.
Yeah, I agree with you. For me, there's a couple teams. I guess I point out the most obvious. I say the New York Giants. I feel like they missing the coaching change, honestly, which is gonna happen. But I feel like they're one step away. They're a coach away from having like an elite offense. I'll say that. I mean, you got
his coaching.
yeah. I mean, offensively, yeah. I mean, they were solid. It was like defensively as well, because defensively they didn't really have a good coach either. But like offensively, I feel like that boy Brian Dayball was utilizing Dart the right way, but
I think the only critique is the
like
fact
all
that
line.
I think the fact that they used him so much as a runner,
Yeah.
they put him at risk with so many concussions.
Mm,
That's probably the only critique I got for him.
yeah. Change that. Scrap that. I say the Browns. I say the Browns.
That's what I was gonna say.
I say the Browns are a coach away from being a pretty solid. Well, I can't say elite team.
Really, the question was top 10 after a new coach.
Top 10 after a
So
new
like
coach.
the Browns really know, but like
They'd be a good
I feel
team
the
though. They
same.
look better. They look
They
better.
look nice with Fanning Jr. and Jerry Judy and Quincy.
What?
Joku, they
Samson.
Mhm.
Shador looks pretty good.
it's not a bad organization. They just need a new coach.
They just need a new
It
coach.
is a bad organization.
It is. It's a bad organization for sure. But like, I think if they get off is it Stefanski or is it the?
I don't know.
Cause at this
I
point,
don't know. Because Stefanski's not a bad coach.
he's not. He's won coach of the year before, so it's like, what's up? Like,
Maybe just the fact that this is a new year. I don't know. Like,
I don't even know, man.
is Joe Flacco really that good to where, like, the second he leaves your organization, you can't get more than 3 wins?
Yeah, I'm not even sure, but man, yeah, I think the Browns are one coach away from being a pretty solid offense. I'm not gonna say top 10, but they could be maybe like top 12, 13, maybe. That'd be pretty solid. So I give the Browns.
I apologize. Let me go pee real quick.
I got a Powerade sitting in the crib right now. I mean, in the car. And what's the weather? 45. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be refreshing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure it's like, oh, well, it's cool. Man, that's crazy. He said maybe for phone valuables, bro.
Gunnar Stockton was the 5th Heisman finalist.
That's crazy.
I gotta look at his stats. I thought it would have went to Rodriguez. I swear that's exactly how that shit feel, bro. You can't get no sleep, especially fresh out of surgery. They got this machine where, like, obviously you can't move your knee, but like you can't move it on its own either because the ACL has to get adjusted to your body.
Oh,
So they have a machine where every day you gradually increase the degree of how far your knee bends. So maybe you start off bending at 25 degrees and it's just constantly from bent to straight, bent to straight. But every day you increase it, it gets steeper and steeper till you get to like a 75, 80 degree angle. That shit hurt. I'm not gonna hold you.
oh.
Dude. This nigga has 0 touchdowns against Charlotte.
Hard. Crazy.
This nigga had 144 tackles, a sack, 7 forced fumbles, and 4 picks at linebacker. And he wasn't a finalist. But they gave it to the dude who had like 23 touchdowns.
Damn.
We don't even know if he can win it though.
Three.
Money, I'm talking. Listen, I ain't never seen.
That's NBA Young Mar.
Who's the first NBA coach you think is secretly on the hot seat?
Doc Rivers.
Tyloo.
What?
I can see that.
How many years is Ballmer gonna give, bro?
Shoot.
Like, I understand the Kawhi situation is bad, but like, it's just been what, a decade since he got there.
When you realize the coach ain't the problem,
So what is the problem?
the players.
Hey, somebody got to be the leader of that sinking ship.
Shoot.
Might as well be the captain.
Hey, you keep paying that coach. I mean, you keep paying that star player all that money to be on the sidelines for half the season and shoot. You gonna keep getting the results. You gonna keep getting.
Is it really Tyronn Lue though, or is it like the upper house? Because it's been a management issue for a long time.
No,
With
for
the Clippers.
sure. I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of like who gonna end up getting the blame and who gonna end up on the chopping block most likely because they gotta sell tickets. They're not getting rid of Kawhi. They're not getting rid of Harden. You know what I'm saying?
They sold all their first round picks.
Exactly.
They
Like,
got
they got
somebody to come off to get some
like
capital.
they have a bad season. They gonna give y'all the number one overall pick in the draft. Like they already dealing with a scandal. They already dealing with so much stuff under the table, the shady business, the shady practices.
Yeah.
You seen what they just did to CP3, like, and somebody at the end of the day, somebody gonna be most likely to end up on the chopping block. It's probably gonna end up being Tyler.
They really thought they gonna win with a team full of
No, man.
all them guys. Like, I don't think they got a guy in there under
Nick
25.
It's crazy.
Nick Batum is out there, bro.
4 quarter yellow.
I remember when I was like 12. That's crazy. Like, crazy word.
We're gonna get into it in a little more depth a little bit later. But do you think Shador has shown that he's the clear franchise quarterback for the Browns?
100%.
Yeah.
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 I mean, Bryce, you been for W Rich for a long time, so I mean, guess your arm a little sore now. All that flexing. But hey, I mean, Shador Sanders earned it, and I think we can all appreciate the journey, the process of how he got it. Like, it wasn't given to him. He wasn't picked a top first round quarterback. He wasn't even picked in the second or the third. He was a 5th round quarterback. Obviously, we knew he kind of got blackballed at that standpoint. Even though I knew he wasn't the first round pick, and I like Darden Ward over him, I didn't think anybody else. And maybe Shoke. I really like Shoke coming out, but Shador should have never slid no further than 3rd round max. He should have been top of the 3rd. There's no way you go. He slides to 5th, but he showed his promise week in and week out, man. Being able to stretch the ball down the field vertically. That's all they needed. All they needed to just show a different product, to bring fans into the stadiums. I mean, at the end of the day, like, their product was dull. It was boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like how Jackson Dart is doing to New York, Shador Sanders is doing the same thing in Cleveland, Ohio, rebuilding a fan base, rejuvenizing a community that wants to go out and support a team that's worth watching. I mean, the Jerry Judy connection from them going back and forth on the sidelines. It looked like they in there hated each other to throwing 60-yard touchdowns and Jerry Judy having one of the better games of this season. Like a night day difference. Wide receivers are actually excited running routes because they have the potential of catching the pass further than 10 yards. Like it's the little things. Like a guy that's gonna actually like you're gonna run that route a little extra hard knowing that you got a realistic chance of making a play or getting an opportunity to make a play. They didn't have that with Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel, whether everybody would have liked it or not. And to say that the Cleveland Brown defense have been one of the best units in the league, I mean, shoot, they wasn't in it against arguably the worst team in the league. I mean, Tennessee putting up 31 points on that defense, and Shador still being able to go toe for toe with that offense that we seen multiple quarterbacks come out there and struggle to even put up over like 10 points in a lot of games. Like, I think we gotta give credit for what it's due. That offense has never looked this good. Shador has, I mean, every single weapon on that team is being exploited. I mean, it's a Harold Fannin looking like shoot, for a start, he took over so I didn't win. I mean, the Njoku, his backup at this point, because Fannin, I mean, he run after catches. I believe he's second in the league with Gak. Like, and I think behind rookies, I mean, he's a menace. And then Jerry Judy, he's not a wide receiver one. He's not. But I mean, in that situation, I mean, with the complement of backs that they have in Sampson and Judkins, I mean, shoot, that's a good little mixture to have to start off your first little year with. And that line is not the best, but it's not the worst. Like, it's an okay line. And you seen Shador, you need game reps. You need game reps to get better. And that's all Shador got was the opportunity to have game reps and another week of preparation in the NFL. It's not easy going out there and going up against pros and veteran defensive coordinators that confuse rookies for lunch. Like that's their lunch. It's confusing a 22, 23-year-old rookie that's new to the game. And to say in his third start, he went out there and put up over 300 yards, 4 tugs, and didn't get the chance to end that game because Kevin Stefanski is trying to sabotage my boy rookie season. I mean that's a fireable offense. Yep. And he's a hell of a coach. He's a 2-time coach of the year. And he did that. I think that was petty. I think that was it was so, oh my goodness. It took the wind out of yourselves to realize that they didn't give you the chance to win the game.
We'll get into it later. Which receiver in the NFL is being held back the most?
I think
by their quarterback situation.
I think we all know the answer, and it's not even close. Justin Jefferson. Like, that is miserable. Like, bro, this game he had 2 catches on 4 targets. Granted, they won, but it's like you're in a position where you think that you found your guy in JJ McCarthy. You think that the Vikings struggle, and then all of a sudden he looks bad, and he's having these injury problems. So you go over to Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. So you go back to 9, and 9 ends up getting hurt again, but you don't really have much of a backup plan. So I don't even know the dude's name who ended up putting up a stinker. I don't know who he is, but the only thing he's gonna be known for at this moment in time is looking the closest to Will Levis from last year with all the turnover worthy plays he had. Mind you, that defense I think only didn't give up a single point on offense. No touchdowns. No offensive touchdowns against Seattle. And all of a sudden, they end up losing that game by 26. Now this week, you end up shutting out your opponent in Washington, and you're telling me that your best player on your team has only 2 catches on 4 targets? That's awful. This is the same dude that was getting into territories that was only seen from our lifetime of DeAndre Hopkins, where it's like he's QB proof. Now, the way the season looking, Justin might not even touch a man. And that's completely unbelievable for a guy who was on a fast track of being the closest thing we've seen, productivity-wise, yardage-wise, and age-wise, to Randy Moss. And I say that not lightly because that's actually true. He has been statistically on that trajectory.
Yeah, he has.
But the problem is when you have such inconsistent quarterback play and you're getting all of these quarterbacks in and out the system that seem like they don't deserve. I mean, it's a stretch to say that the best quarterback that you've ever had on your team was what, Kirk Cousins.
Oh man.
And you see what he's doing. It's a shame they got rid of Sam Darnold because you see what he's doing out there in Seattle. But it's for me, it's Justin Jefferson by a mile because there's no way in hell he should be this deep down in the depths of hell that wide receiver one.
I think I
is
got
it
it.
unanimous?
I don't think it's an argument with me.
Yeah, that's not an argument at all. I mean, we
Okay,
can.
alright, that's another then.
I say AJ Brown.
Nah, he happy.
Shit, we just seen him today.
He losing, but he getting his.
Yeah.
He losing, he getting his.
Which NFL team has the most fragile success, meaning one injury, one bad week, and everything collapses?
We looking at him, coach.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. Yikes. Sit there and say you lost your quarterback and your backup.
Started the year 8-2.
I say the Jags,
Who's a fragile piece in that?
but like just if they lose, everything's in jeopardy. So whether they lose, whether it's an injury, whether like regardless, if one bad thing goes wrong, their season is kind of in jeopardy.
So like this, the second that they have a bad 60 minutes, it's just the season's on the line.
Yeah.
Oh well, then at that case, then honestly anybody in the NFC North, like the Bears were the number 1 seed in the NFL, and one game dropped them all the way to 7. You know what I'm saying? And Detroit, who's behind them, already dropped 50 on them and won by more points than the amount of points that the Bears scored in that same game. You know what I'm saying? So it's, if they find a way to get knocked out of the playoffs because they end up winning 10, 11 games, but can't find a way to get second place in the North, so that's not a sight for sore eyes. I can tell you that right now.
Is there an NBA role player that you think deserves a starting job somewhere?
NBA role player that deserves a starting job.
I'll
I should go.
I don't know if you want to consider Nikhil Alexander-Walker a role player, but I really liked him in Minnesota, and he is doing really good things in Atlanta right now. And I guess he's kind of getting his flowers right now, so I'll just say he deserves like a bigger contract.
I say Aaron Wiggins from the Thunder. I think he can be a starter somewhere. He's pretty solid, good shooter, can play defense, little wing defender, make it shoot. He's been very impressive this season as well. So yeah, I'll say Aaron Wiggins.
I guess can't go wrong with what I've already seen because he was a starter at one point. Why not Anthony Simons? Just a bigger role than what he's getting in Boston.
Sure, he can't guard.
Hey, it's a lot of starters in the NBA that make a lot of money without playing a lick of defense.
Sure, I don't think he gets enough on offense to have that same leash.
Put him on Washington.
What's that dude name? I was just thinking of him. AJ Mitchell from OKC. I like him. Obviously, I mean, his role has reduced since Jalen Williams has returned, so he's not asked to do as much heavy lifting as he used to. But I mean, when he was out, he was extremely impressive in the minutes, especially playing with Shea, playing on ball and off ball. His on ball defending. I mean, he was just hey, they ain't gonna have to pay him as well. And on crazy on top of it, they got people in the back in stores. They still got what's his name? Nikola Topic or Topic? Yeah, like they still got him. He was drafted 12th.
He just been unhealthy. I don't know.
So I mean, they have an abundance of riches, but I mean him for sure. He could be a starter on a lot of NBA teams. He's a good 3-level scoring guard. Houston. If we had the chance to get him, I would love to get him.
Would you say Chris Paul? Just on a bad team, or a team that's desperate that looking for a start?
I'm not a fan of Chris Paul.
I ain't seen him
As a starter either. Like 40 years old, shoot.
I mean, he really regressed.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it would be a good like
It's over with.
veteran presence.
so bring him to his home. Take him to Nola, where it all started. You know they ain't doing nothing with Zion.
It ain't pretty there either.
Should let everybody feel rock out.
Alright,
Should have said Marvin Harrison. Receivers was getting held back.
we're gonna start with the power rankings.
Oh, he not getting held back. He just getting his chain snatched. Oh, bro, do you know how many games I won with Michael Wilson?
Oh
This
my
dude,
God.
oh no.
Marvin Harrison was.
Bro, this dude dropped how much in fantasy this week? Correct.
Alright, cool. It's live.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Once again, we got the best power rankings of all the sports media, man. We got T-Cal's power rankings, man. Big Verse, Sandman. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Starting off at 5, man. Starting off at 5. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a tight list. An extremely tight list. But it's fluid. I got the Denver Broncos. I know Denver is first in the AFC. They're 11-2, but I mean, I just don't really like them. Like, they're pulling out close games against really bad teams. I've been saying it for week on week on week on week on weekend. It's going to dang near get repetitive, but they give me Minnesota Viking type vibe. It's never just a dominant win. It's always they play down to the level of their competition, and quite frankly, it's gonna catch up with you eventually. You keep winning these close one-score games, and they just don't impress me. Not as far as being real contenders, despite their record. I'm not really too impressed with what I see with them. Going to my number 4 team, I got the Green Bay Packers, man. Green Bay has reclaimed the thorn of NFC North champions at the moment, sitting at 9-3-1. Jordan Love is looking extremely impressive with Christian Watson emerging as this clear-cut wide receiver 1. Jalen Reed coming back off injury was clutch, putting in about 50 yards. I mean, Josh Jacobs, he's the bell cow for a reason, but also they had Eric Wilson in the backfield with a 1-2 punch. Luke Musgrave has took on the Tyler Kraft role, and Tucker Kraft, and he's not the same as Tucker Kraft, but he gave them some good work this past Sunday. But they beat the Bears. It was an extremely impressive dub. There was a lot at stake, and they went there and took care of business. So props to them, and they're looking like one of the most dangerous teams in the NFC. But going to my number 3 team, I have the New England Patriots. New England drops a little bit on there for me. They did blow out the New York Giants. Drake May did look relatively good. The defense did look good for the most part, but at a certain point, you do gotta consider the level of schedule and the level of opponents that they are playing. And obviously, we have seen the memes about how New England done dang near played the first 10 teams on the draft board as their schedule. So if you want to go off a degree of difficulty, New England hasn't had a lot, but they wasn't expected to be as good as what they are until now. So kudos to them. Hopefully they can keep it up. But as the top 5 was extremely competitive this week, at least on my list. 11-2 team is my 5th team, so you see how tight this race is. But they ain't number 2. Number 2, I got the Seattle Seahawks, man. Seattle, their defense is probably the second best in the league behind my Houston Texans. Sam Darnold, the JSN connection, man. Hey, best connection in all of football. JSN is looking to take the triple crown. I'm not sure if he's going to keep up this pace, because he's kind of slowing down. I think 2K is a little far out of reach, but I think he could care less as long as Seattle can get some postseason success. But they look good so far. I'm really excited to see their showdown again against. Don't they play the Rams again?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they do.
Yeah, so that team right there, that 1-2 connection with them, and then that defense is ferocious. The rookie that they got out of South Carolina in the 2nd round, I don't know how to spell his last name, but I know his first name is Nick. number 3 on
Emma
Seattle.
Ward, Emma
Yeah,
Ward.
Emma Ward.
That's
Hey,
a dog.
they drafted a dog. I mean, that secondary, man, they trying to mimic the Texans. I see what y'all trying to do. They got Woolen, they got
Witherspoon back
Witherspoon, they got Nick
And Nick Emma Ward.
Kobe Bryant's playing some really good ball. Ernest Jones has been the signing of the year. I mean,
Leonard Williams too.
yeah, Leonard Williams, a rejuvenation. I mean, that team right there looks extremely dangerous. And I mean, the NFC will be in an extremely competitive conference to watch this year in the playoffs. It would not be any cakewalk for whoever AFC got to play out of there because that is the gauntlet. But as my number one team, I think we should all know it's been, you know, they had a little shaky last week, but they bounced back this week. Give me my Los Angeles Rams going there to Arizona and took care of business, spanking that butt. Matt Stafford once again, man, had a field day on them boys. Puka Nakua, I mean, the highlight said it all. I mean, Puka Nakua, the man among us boys, 7 catches for 167 and 2 tuds.
Oh my God.
Corn, 131, 128 on the ground, and then you got Kyron Williams with 97 total. I mean, they did whatever they wanted to them boys. And I mean, the Rams had one little slip up against the Carolina team that's sneaky good. But outside of that, I think the Rams have established that level of dominance all year long, especially the amount of opponents that they played. I mean, it's justified why they should be number 1 on everybody's list. Hopefully everybody agrees. So my 5, Denver, 5, 4, Green Bay, 3, New England, 2, Seattle, 1, Los Angeles Rams. Fellas, take the floor away.
Same teams, different order, as usual. But y'all gonna hate my list. I'm not even
I'll
gonna
be the
hold
judge
That
of that.
means Jesse gonna love it.
I'll be the judge of that.
Honorable mentions. This isn't a bias or anything like that, but I got the Lions and the Texans. Lions with their backs against the wall. The fact that they're outside the playoffs at 8-5, that's a crime because of how electric that offense is. And then the Texans, we're the hottest team in the NFL outside of the Patriots, and that's by default because the Patriots on a 10-game winning streak. So it's like we have to give them respect that it's due. Number 5, give me the Broncos. The offense is still a little bit shaky. Now they have performed better, but again, it's against the Raiders. But even with that being said, the defense is one of the only few that could even come close to the level of the Texans. I'm not saying that they're as good. I'm just saying that they're the next level below. And I think that we can all agree with that with the level of pass rush and the backing they got with Surtain and Benito and Derek Wolfe and all those boys. Bo Nix has been playing relatively well for his second year as a starter. Sean McVay got them boys competing for the number 1 seed in the AFC. And the team that they're competing with is number 4 on my list of Patriots. Again, yeah, it's the meme of having them with 10 straight wins against the top 10 opponents in the draft order. That's kind of crazy. But I think we also got to give credit to where it's due. Like, it don't matter who you play. You can't choose your schedule. You just got to go out there and perform. And that's exactly what they've been doing. So I'm not going to sit up here and hate on them whatsoever. Drake May, the only person that's relatively close to Matthew Stafford in the MVP race. And for good reason. He's been lighting it up in a quiet yet calm and efficient way. 3, give me Seattle. I think that they're a very, very great team that has the chance of possibly representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. And I don't say that lightly because this team, again, their only weakness is a hypothetical. Like, it's what does Sam Darnold look like in a big game? Everything else is good. The running game is good enough. The O-line is amongst the best in the league and it's underrated as is. The receiving game, hardly anyone's been able to stop JSN, and even when they did stop him, they still won that game outright without even being close. The defensive line, you mentioned all those defensive players. You didn't even mention DeMarcus Lawrence, who's having a resurgence in his career too.
He is.
So the back end is crazy. The linebacking core is crazy. The front four is crazy. The coaching staff is crazy. Clint Kubiak, which is Gary Kubiak's son, you know, he cooking us. So you know where he got that from? Like father, like son. Seattle's just looking extremely dangerous. Number 2, just by default, because of the fact that they beat him, give me the Rams. LA has been a monster on that side of the ball on the offense. And I'm not going to overreact because of the fact that they gave up a freebie to the Panthers. Everybody loses games that they shouldn't lose. If you don't believe us, he lost to the Giants and they're 9-4. We lost to the Jaguars, and you know what I'm saying, we're 8-5. So they have those opportunities where they can still have a guy like Devontae Adams have an off night and it won't even matter because you don't notice because they dropped damn near 50.
Oof.
And then the defense has been putting in work too. But I'm not gonna lie, number one, I'm sticking with those boys up north, the Packers. I'm sorry.
Number one.
I can explain.
Number one.
I can explain.
What? That's
You
right.
just dropped your letter grade so much.
What name?
Check, but let me sway you, my brother. Can someone tell me how Jordan Love's been playing this year? Can somebody tell me how Josh Jacobs has been doing this season? Can somebody tell me how Micah Parsons has been doing in the new scheme? Can somebody tell me how that defense has continued to elevate from the start of the season to right now? Can somebody tell me how Matt LaFleur has found a way to galvanize his troops to vault all the way from one win in the NFC North to what I told you, not going damn near winless against those same teams, sweeping the Detroit Lions, who y'all picked to go to the NFC Championship, then all of a sudden knocking off an extremely high Bears team, humbling them to drop them from 1-7. Can somebody tell me how they're probably the only team outside of Seattle that could contend for the NFC Championship? Can somebody tell me how this defense is extremely elite, how this offense is still getting going, and how a fantasy grave digger in Christian Watson is all of a sudden rejuvenized his career to looking like a legitimate number one receiver in that offense with Romeo Dobbs on the back end, with a guy like Tucker Kraft that's out for the season, and that offensive line that's still finding a way to impact the game on an extremely different level in cold weather. It ain't too many teams that I think that I would take over Green Bay right now, and I think that that's just because of how elite they've looked over the past few weeks. They gave them some freebies too, but man, they look really dangerous, and they got a chance to prove it against Denver this week.
I'll rock with that.
Same, man.
All right, for number 5, I'll go Denver. The Broncos. Broncos, pretty good defense. One of the best in the league, of course. But I don't know. I'm not too high on the Broncos, honestly. But I give it 5 just because of their record. 4, it's my sneaky good team. I get the Texans. Y'all's defense ability to like shut down like another team's or the opponent's offense is insane. And I feel like that alone can take y'all pretty far in these playoffs, man. And then I got CJ back, and you know he's getting back to himself. So I put Texans right there. 4, 3, I'll go Patriots. Yeah, they had like a little cupcake schedule, but hey, like you said, you don't choose who you play. You just play the game, get the dub, and hey, that's all you can ask for. So they've been pretty impressive. So is Drake May, so is Travion Henderson, and Stephon Diggs, Kyle Williams, you name it, man. Hunter Henry, all those guys. Number 2, I'll go the Seahawks. Most definitely go the Seahawks, man. Number 2, elite defense, damn good offense as well. Jason just having like the best season of his career. You got Sam Darnold. He's having a pretty good year as well. He's been playing pretty well. And the defense has been balling. And then number 1, I gotta go to Rams, of course. I feel like I keep saying, I feel like they're the best overall team, like the overall best team in the league. Offensively, they're elite. They just put up 50 points on Arizona. Crazy. And then defense, they should. They locksmiths over there, man. So I gotta go to Rams at 1. So my list is. Come on now. Oh. I got Denver at 5, Texas at 4, Patriots at 3, Seahawks at 2, Rams at 1.
Before you go, Jesse, every team we listed got some heavy hitters next week that they gotta play. Patriots host the Bills. Broncos, I already told y'all, they played the Packers. The Colts play the Seahawks. And even though it's no Daniel Jones, that defense is still not too bad for it. the coach can provide. And then the Rams go up against the Lions. That's gonna be an offensive showcase.
That's gonna be a
Oh,
lot.
that's a money game for us bettors out there.
So we always talk about how, well, we keep bringing up how the Patriots beat the Bills, but who have the Bills beat this season? Like that, the Bills is not a credible win this season. So I still am gonna continue to say that the Patriots have a cake schedule. Like they basically remember when the Mavs had like a cakewalk to the finals. Not the Mavs, the Celtics had a cakewalk to the finals. Kind of what it feels like.
So I think the thing with the Bills is we give them the same treatment we've been giving the Chiefs, was like benefit of the doubt because they've been here before plenty of times, but because they obviously look way better than Kansas City, they have more of that doubt compared to what we see from the Ravens or from Mahomes or from the Bengals. Also, too, the Bills have owned that division. The fact that they're 2 games down and they are already behind with the head-to-head, still got a chance to win the division, shows that even though that the Bills to a certain extent have had that cakewalk of a schedule, it could kind of be comparable to the Patriots. And the best win of the Bills is against a team that's currently in the playoffs in the Steelers.
Well, they been playing well up to this point, and I expect them to continue to play well. To at least the standard that they've used to get them to right now. So for that, Amari, I'm going to give you an A-. Charles, I do like your list, but I don't trust the Packers as much as you do. And for that reason, you do get a B. And Tyler, I do also like your list. The Rams and Seahawks have shown to be consistent, really good teams. I say what I said about the Patriots, but they have a good record. Same thing about the Broncos. And we'll see what happens about the Packers. And congrats, you win this week with an A.
Hey, okay. See, I would have liked to see my Morgan win because he said them Texans, but you know what? Shoot, I hate to taking a dub per usual.
Selfish.
I take it.
Alright, for the rest of them, where am I? Oh, next we're doing the predictions. Doing a little backwards this week. It's all good. Alright, ready? Alright, so let's do our Week 15 NFL score predictions. Starting off Thursday Night Football, we have the Falcons playing the Buccaneers.
That can be a relatively decent game. I'm not gonna lie. Give me the Falcons. And Drake London's back. Give me the Falcons.
Bucks are playing with too much desperation. They just lost to the Saints. They can't afford to lose 2 back-to-back division games. Give me Baker.
Give me the Buccaneers. I trust them. Falcons are too inconsistent for me. They play good against. Like I've been saying, they'll lose to a bad team. They'll lose to bad teams, but be able to beat like a good team like every other week. Like it's hand in hand. You really don't know what they're gonna do. So I'll stay with the Buccaneers on this one.
On Sunday, we have the Chargers playing the Chiefs.
Give me the Chargers.
Nail in the coffin.
Yo, we finna sweep. It's gonna be tough, but
Give me the Chiefs. I was gonna say the level of desperation that they'll probably be playing with at that point. If they lose one more game, it'll be their season. I just can't see Mahomes going out like this.
They have to win out to go to the playoffs.
Yep.
They could beat a lot of teams on their schedule, but based off of what I've seen against us and Dallas, I don't think it's gonna come. Give me the Chargers. I'm with you.
I think we can neutralize Mahomes.
The 3-10 Cardinals play the 8-5 Texans.
Texans.
Texas, Lord.
Come on, man. H-Town.
The 3-10 Commanders play the 2-11 Giants.
Give me
Giants.
the Giants.
Is Jaden Daniels hurt again?
Yeah. They need to go ahead and
Leave
sit
him
him.
out.
Just leave him out, bro.
Yeah, just give me the Giants.
2-11 Raiders versus the 8-5 Eagles.
Oh, give me the Eagles.
Hey, the Eagles, man.
It moved before
That is gonna be
Trap game, all trap game.
that's probably gonna be the biggest blowout of the week. I'm not gonna lie.
It's crazy because they scored. They played the Broncos recently. They played 22 points on them. They was good.
That was garbage time,
Who?
man.
Oh, it was garbage
That
time.
was garbage time.
The Raiders. Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
16-24.
Yeah, that was garbage time. And they kicked a field goal at the end. I want to go with the Raiders so bad. But give me the Eagles.
Give me the Eagles.
They gonna kill Geno.
And then we have the Panthers playing the Saints.
Not the Panthers. Sorry.
The Paints.
Give me Carolina. Need to hear that roar.
Yeah. Then we have then we have the Bills playing the Patriots. But, come on, guys.
You're the Patriots.
Give me the Patriots. Give me the Patriots.
Oh, man.
That was funny.
I see him splitting, honestly. Give me the Bills.
Yeah. Ooh, actually, that's gonna be a good game. The next game is the Ravens playing the Bengals.
Bengals.
It's a terrible offense versus that terrible defense.
Give me the Bengals.
If I can't do it now, I'm not gonna do it the rest of the year.
8 of them.
9.
The 3-10 Jets play the 9-4 Jags.
Jaguars.
Jets, man.
Tyrod needs you, baby.
You can't hate watch with the Jets.
Hey,
Worse has been done.
to us.
That being said, man, hey, watch continues.
Then we have the Browns playing the Bears.
Bears.
Bears by far. But
Give me Cleveland. This is for you.
Next game, we have the Colts playing the Seahawks.
Oh, Seahawks.
Seahawks
man.
by far.
Seahawks gonna win, man. But Colts gonna make it interesting.
Then we have Packers Broncos.
Packers.
Packers.
That's
Please, please. Oh,
Give me the Packers.
go Pack, go. Go buy me a cheese.
Next is Titans 49ers.
49ers.
49ers by far.
Nine.
Lions Rams.
Give me the Rams.
That's gonna be a game. You're the Rams.
Give me the Lions. Lions is desperate. They out the playoffs right as we speak.
Lions are 8-5.
And they don't make it. They need this.
Then we have our Sunday night game is the Vikings playing the Cowboys.
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 Then Monday Night Football is the Dolphins playing the Steelers.
Give me the Steelers.
Give me Give me Miami, man. Shout out McDaniel.
Alright, I'm still like gonna read the questions off and stuff, but if you check your email, you got like a little like outline that shows all the topics and like has like talking points and stuff. I would really love if you check your email because that took like 10 minutes to make this shit. So please take a look. Even if you tell me that this isn't helpful, I know for next time.
The CDS email or our own personal?
Yeah, I sent it to your Gmail.
Oh shit.
It's called a napkin or something.
Oh shit.
Cool.
So we going
It's just something for you to like see visually what the topics are.
Oh, that's
That's
bad.
hard. So Texan search is next.
So we're not gonna do notes no more? We're gonna do napkin?
I mean, notes. No, napkin is just for you to make the notes visual.
Oh shit. So we're on.
The Texans.
So we're on 3.
Yeah. So I accidentally put 0 and they started 0-4. That's not true. They started 0-3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So the Houston Texans, they've started 0-3. They're currently 8-5, and they're second in the AFC South. They have the best defensive rating in the league. Are the Texans the scariest team in the AFC?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
By far.
man.
Good.
I love the song of praises, right? I'm very seeing Sandman. It's music in my ears.
As if I'm not a Texans fan.
I'll say that the Texans are.
That could be questioned.
I'll get that jersey. Nah, I feel like the Texans are a team to. The Texans are a team for sure to be worried about. Like I said, the defense's ability to suffocate the opponent. To suffocate the opponent's offense, man, it's just crazy. Like, you got Petrie back here smacking people like 119 miles per hour, man. You got Neil Hunter you got to worry about. You got Will Anderson. You got that whole interior D-line. You got the linebackers out there making plays. You got Kamari. You got Derek Stingley. You got, what's the old boy name? The other one from Georgia.
Lassiter.
No, the other one. He from USC.
Oh, Bullet.
Bullock, you got Bullock back there. I mean, you got a lot of playmakers on that defense and offensively. I mean, yes, it's at a standstill at sometimes. Like it's at a standstill, but they still get the job done. Like the run game is decent at times, but I think all they need to do is lean on their defense, man. And we've seen teams win with a mid offense, but an elite defense. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it in the past, and now it's like the Texans have brought that back. I heard him make a comparison to who was it? The Ravens back then. Can't remember what team, what year, but yeah, he made like a comparison and everything. So yeah, I think the Texans are a team to be worried about. So
I think we the scariest team in the AFC. I think we're getting hot at the right time. We have the best defense in the National Football League. It's not even close. If bend but never break defense was a thing, I think the Texans are basically that Thompson. Outside of the little goal line, little push with Kareem Hunt, we gave up 3 points. The rest of the game gave up 3 points. I mean, defensively we was flying out there. I mean, even though Will and Daniil didn't get home, I mean, the pressure was obvious. I mean, the level of physicality that we play with on defenses, I mean, it's a blessing to say that that's our defense because obviously what Mara just said, I mean, that team reminds me of 2000 Ravens when they won. I mean, pretty much that team, if they could get to 13, and not for us, obviously it's a new day and era. I say if our team can at least get to 20 points, our defense can hold up the rest of it. They can hold up the rest of it despite how good the offense is. I mean, the top level quarterback time we done went up against this year. And we held our own from Matthew Stafford to Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the list goes on and on. We held our end of the bargain every single time. It's just our offense. Our offense, I mean, I think we low-key took a step back this week. But at the end of the day, CJ showed me some things. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in the biggest game because that was a humongous moment for him. And even though things weren't going his way, he was missing some throws. He wasn't perfect at all. I can sit here and be the first one to admit he never folded. He didn't make the stupid play. He didn't go take any unnecessary risk. He understood that if I play complimentary football, even the 3 and out, and we just shift field position is major in games like this instead of throwing picks or trying to play Superman and then they, mistakes happen and they in short fields. I mean, he is being way better with his ball management, and that pays dividends because the defense has a lot more yard to guard instead of them having these short fields. Nico Collins is finally being utilized as a wide receiver one that he is, giving him deep ball giving him deep ball opportunities, but also being able to utilize the middle of the field, which is his specialty. I think we're looking better and better by the game with him and CJ regaining that connection since he's been out with the concussion. But Jaden Higgins, he's extremely impressive to me. I think he's coming along week in and week out, really establishing himself as that wide receiver too. I mean, he's at 6'4", 220. I mean, shoot, having two of them out there looking really scary. As we can see, he can get in and out of routes like the best of them at 6'4", 220, 225. Woody Martez emerged as our running back one. Hopefully, Nick Chubb, everything is okay because, I mean, Dare Ogunbowale, I know you scored. But I mean, shoot, I was scared in that bar. I was terrified. I mean, I can't lie. I mean, all the bad he done. I mean, to the point he's been dang near unplayable, and he was the third down king. If you needed him to go in there and go block a linebacker or make a little clutch catch, I mean, shit, that was his role until he fumbled it away, literally. But him going in there scoring, I mean, that really made up for a lot. That put us in a position where now we own our head-to-head matchup, not only against Jacksonville, if it came down to us having the same record, but Kansas City and Buffalo. So we got room. If we just so happen to lose some of the games that we were expected to win, we would still have room for cushion. But overall, I think the team is the most scarce in the AFC. I think our offense has room to improve, but at least as long as our defense is playing at this level, I like our chances against every team in the AFC.
Yeah, I feel the same way. We've neutralized every single opponent for the most part on the offensive side of the ball. Even people that have probably given us fits has only been because we've given them a short field to work with. I think the things that I like to highlight is just how much of a philosophical change we've gotten to on the offensive side of the ball. We're used to seeing the big playability of a Stroud to Nico connection, or a Stroud to Dell, or a Stroud to Diggs every blue moon, whenever that happened last year. But now we're literally living by death by a thousand cuts, and that offensive philosophy has showcased its level of power whenever it's utilized right. When we put the players in the positions where they needed to be, i.e., Braxton Berrios minutes, limited reps with Christian Kirk, getting more reps with Jalen Noel, more reps for Higgins, limited reps for Hutchinson. I mean, we are a very damn good offense. And I'm not sitting up here saying we're going to average 30, but we're going to get done what we need to get done to move that ball. CJ, for all the people that sit up here and think that he's not a QB1, for someone that thinks that Mills is better because of the fact that he went undefeated in a 3-game stretch, some of them plays that happened in Kansas City, and even against Indianapolis, Mills isn't making those plays. And that's all respect to him. I'm just being completely honest. I mean, even he would sit up here and tell you, like, he was just doing his job of holding the ship steady from when QB1 came back in the fray. But Mari mentioned our defense suffocates opponents. Everybody likes to focus in on Stingley Jr. as best cornerback in NFL combos, or the best rushing duo in the NFL with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. Petrie is a cornerstone player in this franchise, and we see that time and time again. Where he had a little bit of a drop off in performance after his rookie season, but then once D'Amico decided to utilize him the right way, then all of a sudden he ended up becoming a landlord in the trenches, because when he's in those trenches, he owns it. He's basically another linebacker when we're in a nickel package. So like the amount of hits that he's been making, the amount of tackles he's been doing, and the amount of improvement that he's shown us in coverage alone is incredible. Kamari Lassiter, I know that Sting is the best corner on the field and probably the best DB in the team, but I honestly see a lot of potential in what Kamari can do. I think he honestly has the potential to be just as good as Stingley, because his physicality it's rare to find that in a cornerback. We already got ball hawks like Bullock. We already got people that stepped up in big situations like Mills. Shout out to you for signing. The defensive line has been obviously incredible, even with the loss of Tim Settle for IR. Hopefully we get you back for the postseason run.
Please.
But Tommy Tonga, he did his thing. Mario Edwards Jr., he applied that pressure as well. Derek Barnett also. I mean, we got so many rotational players that just helps out our ferocious defense. The linebacking core did a lot of great things. Aziz, he's so underrated, and for people that sit there and just make it seem like he's a bad player just because of a couple of unfortunate events. He's a landlord in the trenches too. He's handled his business, and ultimately, this team we're getting right at the hot time. We have a lot of great things coming for us this season because of the fact that our offense is finally stepping up and our defense has been holding its own for so long that it's about time. Especially with all the top dogs going down in the AFC, I look at it as like, why not us representing the AFC in the potential race to get that Lombardi trophy?
Yes, sir.
Do we want to do the Shador again? I mean, I guess we could get more depth, I guess, but like.
Do we talk about it?
It was one of the intro questions. Okay, but we'll talk about it.
Only person that talked about it was T, but I ain't tripping if y'all want to move on from Cam.
We still doing Thunder too?
No. I said we push that back to the next week.
Shit, they ain't losing again anytime soon. We'll be alright.
Exactly.
We'll be alright.
They really gonna win the NBA Cup too. Like,
Shit, what's gonna happen? They're gonna go 21-2.
Shit, they 20 grand win.
did Shador prove that he's QB1?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think he did. They named him starter all season for a reason, man. So, hey, props to Shador. That boy went through the fire to get to that spot, man. And I can't do nothing but salute and be proud of him, man, because yeah, that's tough. That's tough as a football player. I'm pretty sure it's tough on his mental. So for him to go through that and shine now, that's a good look, man. That's a good look. That's a testimony to him, to his work ethic, and how hard he works, man. So hey,
What are his strengths and weaknesses?
shout out to him. Who?
His strengths is
Deep ball. He just asked that randomly. I'm like, hey,
caught him off guard.
Hey,
oh,
bro.
God. Yeah, come on, randomly. I said,
Hey, bro. That was. Bro, he just the randomly start talking past you. I'm like, I'm just gonna say. I need him.
His strengths. I think when he's. I'm trying to think of the word to use. When
I think he's an improviser.
not just improviser, but like when he's on schedule, he's really productive. But I think his improvisational skills is what helps out the most because he's not the most athletic, but his sneaky athleticism. So if you don't handle your keys, then he'll do what he did to Tennessee, to your defense. Also, if he gets a rapport with the offense, I mean, he's doing this with limited reps over the course of the season. So the fact that it looks like he has more big plays than anybody else that started for the Browns this entire season. That includes Joe Flacco, that includes Dylan Gabriel. So it's like, just off of this limited game sample size, the big play ability is there. And when he's on time and he's on target and he's able to dice you up from inside the pocket, then he'll be a force to be reckoned with for sure. His weaknesses, holds on to the ball too long as usual, which was one of his weaknesses in college. But also, at times, because he when he gets off schedule, like I don't think he had a game where he completed over 50% of his passes yet. Or if he did, and it has never been above 55%. So like that's definitely a major concern. They just gotta find ways to scheme him up better looks on that offensive side of the ball, but ultimately like he's earned it. I mean, he had to fight through tooth and nail just to get to where he is. Now it'll be interesting at the end of the year of when that season ends, do they give the keys back to Deshaun Watson, or do they hop into the draft and look for another guy, or if they end up in a position where they look for free agency to kind of take over the reins after what Shador's done. But I think to the end of the season right now, he's done everything that you could ask for anyone in this position to be doing. He's the best quarterback on the roster as we speak. He's the most productive. He actually led you guys to not only wins, but just giving you guys hope on that offensive side of the ball. He's running the offense as efficiently as anybody else in the rookies out of the entire rookie class. I mean, he's played the best game out of every rookie, and that includes what Cam Ward did against him too. So like, I think he's earned it, even with all the trials, tribulations, and the fire he's been through. He's earned it for sure.
I'm like, I already got my part. I'm like, shit, you can really just add that first part. Add that first part from what I said, just put it to that. And we live right now? Alright, cool, so we just
I'll try with that.
Alright, that is the conclusion of episode 81 of Check the Stats, man. If you made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms, man. We're only going up from here, man. As you can see, if you stayed up as late as shit, where we at right now is day near 1 a.m. in the morning.
Got work too.
You guys.
You guys, man, we do whatever it take, man. Love it. It's a grind. We not doing it. We not doing it for the fame, man. We doing it 'cause we love it. And Jess, Sam, man, Versi, appreciate your services, man. We only going up from here, man. We getting better and better. New upgrades, like we keep saying, are coming soon, but more surprises are coming soon, man. To our loyal supporters, man, we appreciate you, everything that y'all do, everything, turning up the channel, all that, I greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, Versi, you got any words for anybody that may be watching before we get up out of here?
I'll make it short and sweet because it is almost 1. But that's the thing. We're doing it for the love of the game, for the viewers, for ourselves, for the growth, for the maturization, for the evolution, and ultimately for the success that we're inevitably going to get. At the end of the day, that's facts. If you ever need them facts, do us all a favor. Check them stats.
Hey.
Hey.
I know. Oh, man. Smooth episode. Oh!
Oh man.
yeah, we should be sitting on all the clips.
We got enough clips to last us 2 weeks.
Oh God. Damn. You think RT's gonna show tomorrow?
I think that'll be my board. I ain't yet to
Oh,
do that.
oh, they can't even see me.
I just hope that these little niggas